أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل للمؤمنين يغضوا من أبصارهم ويحفظوا فروجهم ذلك أزكى لهم إن الله خبير بما يصنعون صدق الله العظيم. Last week we had discussed in regards to following the mashayikh and the ulama that are present in our time. That if a person wants to be guided, then we should keep in line with the ulama or the mashayikh that are of this time and age. They will explain to us how to act upon deen and how to reach Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. And we have come to the point where we mentioned of Hazrat Hakim Saheb Rahmatullahi that many people had raised objections upon Hazrat Hakim Saheb Rahmatullahi. So they said that you always talk about controlling the gazes. That is one thing you always talk about. And the second thing that you always talk about is false love. So Hazrat said that if there's a cholera that has spread out in a particular town, so he said, then what do? Do you treat people that have flus and people that have colds? Or are you going to treat the cholera pandemic? What is most important is to treat the cholera. So he said exactly the same way. The pandemic of this day and age is that people are unable to control their gazes. And how many people are involved in this false love? So he said that is why the need of the time is that I speak about this all the time. On one occasion, Hazrat mentioned he met one young boy, very, very young boy, and this boy had become very, very thin. And his cheekbones were out, under his eyes everything was gone hollow. So he asked the boy, what's wrong with you? Have you got TB? Have you got some illness? What is wrong with you? So that boy, he answered, what did he say? He said that 6 months ago, I watched pornography. And he said from 6 months till now, I can't read a single namaz. I haven't read one namaz in 6 months. I feel that I'm totally impure. And he said when I go into sajda, even in sajda, that scene that I saw on the screen, that scene comes before me all the time. So see what a serious disease this is. And Allah Ta'ala has blessed these akabirin, these mashayikh for the foresight. They have found what is the problem and they've given us the solution to the problem as well. One person, he came to us, Maulana Yunus Patel Saheb Rahmatullahi. So he told Hazrat, he said that I always watch the news on television. People want to know what is the news, they want to keep themselves updated. So he said, I always watch the news. And he said, I've come to the stage where that news reader, I have fallen in love with her. So he says, even when I'm performing salah now, her picture is coming before me all the time. So he asked Hazrat what to do. Because Majlis Patel Saheb Rahmatullahi, Allah Ta'ala had given him the foresight also. He prescribed, he said, do certain amal and inshallah this problem will be solved. And within a few weeks, this person was relieved from this problem. So this is a serious problem in this day and age. Our Shaykh gives an example. He says that in India, that there are highways that are running. And he says on the highway in India, there's not only cars that run, big trucks are running also. And buses are running also. And somewhere somebody is riding his motorbike. And somewhere somebody is riding the rickshaw. And one person will be going with a bicycle. And somewhere the horse and all on the same highway. They're all moving on the same highway. So he said, what do you require to do? If you driving your vehicle, you just watch the road in front of you. Don't look to the right, don't look to the left. If you just watch your car, you will reach your destination. But the moment you're going to turn, you're going to look to the right. And the moment you're going to look to the left, you're going to slip up somewhere. There's going to be negligence. And now you're going to cause an accident. Or in today's time, in our country, even more easy to understand. Everywhere that you go, there's potholes. And some places, big, big potholes. If you keep your eye on the road, you'll be able to protect yourself from the potholes. But the moment you raise your gaze and you negligent for a little while, finish, you've gone into the pothole. And sometimes your entire tire is buckled also. So this is just dunya. Your car will be damaged over here. A person will meet in a small accident. But imagine when there's accident of iman and at the time of maut, a person is deprived of iman. So these are serious matters that we should give particular importance to. And these are things, if a person, he doesn't place his hand at the hands of a shaykh, he doesn't go for treatment, he doesn't know, this is what this majlis is all about. What is this majlis all about? The majlis is all about how to protect our iman, how we should renew our iman, protect ourselves from all these gazes. So at the time of death, Allah Ta'ala makes it easy for us. On one occasion, our Shaykh, he mentioned, he said that every person should have some amal, do some good deed and leave it a secret between you and Allah Ta'ala. Nobody must know about this good deed that you're doing. So one person, he came after some time, maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, whatever, 2 weeks, whatever it must have been, and he told Hazrat, he said that I take out sadaqah secretly. But he said, who do I give the sadaqah to? He said, the worker that is working, the lady that is working in the house, I give her that sadaqah. Hazrat got very angry. When he came to the majlis, he said that this is how you understood the bayan. From all the people in the world that you can find, He says the only person you can give your charity secretly to is the worker that is in the home. And then he said how many times it happens that the men, they get involved with the worker in the home also. So there also a person has to be so careful about this thing. One person was a murid of Hazrat. So he decided that he wants to help the elderly widows in the town. So he started collecting zakat money, etc. And he used to give it to his wife. And his wife used to go, she used to help the elderly people, she used to go and distribute the money. So he found out about it. So when he came on one occasion, he mentioned, he said, this is a very, very great work. To take care of the widows is a very great work. In the hadith, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam mentioned, As-sa'i al-armalati wal-miskin, kal-mujahidi fi sabilillah. That person that makes an effort, that takes care of the widows and the poor people, you get the sawab of making jihad in the path of Allah. What a great reward is there. Here you will get just by taking care of them. So he said, no problem, you can take care of them. But he says in the past there were those people that took care of widows for years and years. But nobody knew where the financial assistance was coming from. So what they would do, they would give it to a third party, another male they would give it to, for example, and they would tell him that go to that home, go to that home, go to that home, and distribute this money there. So these people, they were under the impression this man that is coming to give us the money is actually coming from him. But later on, when the actual donor had passed away, then they actually realized where the money is actually coming from. It was coming from somebody else. So he said that even don't work through your wife, but work through a third party. Because sometimes some problem can happen through the wife also. So look how far their gaze is. Their nazar is so far that they want to protect us at every stage of our life. Hazrat Hakim Saheb Rahmatullahi Hazrat was a great sheikh of tasawwuf also. And not only a sheikh of tasawwuf, but he was a hakim, he was a doctor, what we know as like a herbal doctor. So he was a hakim also. So he says that many a times young boys come to me, and these boys tell me that we want to commit suicide, we want to now drink poison. So Hazrat says, why? Why do you want to take poison? So they say, we have destroyed our youth. We are now ready to get married. We are getting married. And today we know boys, they want to get married late in life. 25, 27, that is too late for the boys to get married. They must get married much more younger than that. So at that time, when they're 25, 27 years old, now they want to get married. But by the time they reach 25, 27, their youth is completely destroyed. They cannot even get married to satisfy their spouse. So now they say we want to commit suicide. So Hazrat, he composed a poem at this time. And he said, Hasino se, jise pala para hai, use bas bankiya khana para hai. That person that got involved with the beauties, Hasino means beauties, the young girls, the beautiful young girls, those that got involved with them, he said, bas bankiya khana para hai. Eventually he had to take poison and had to end his life. Because it says there's one explanation to this is, sometimes a young boy, he gets involved with a girl, he likes that girl, but the girl got nothing to do, she's not even interested in this person. So finally what happens? The boy, he commits suicide. He drinks poison, he kills himself. Why? Because the girl that he was after, she was not even interested in him. And if he gets that girl and that he was interested in, then he destroys his entire life in that girl. And now when it's time for him to get married, now he cannot do anything. So this is a very, very important matter. We feel shy talking about it sometimes, but it's a reality. Allah Ta'ala reward Hazrat that these matters, especially when it came to young boys also, and the evil of homosexuality openly, people that feel shy to discuss this subject matter, Hazrat used to speak about it openly. One person, he went to the mental hospital. So he went to the mental hospital, he saw one person, he's screaming, Shabnam, Shabnam, Shabnam. So he said, what happened to this man? Why is he screaming so much for Shabnam? So they say he wanted to get married to Shabnam. Shabnam never married him, so he ended up here in the mental hospital. So he went to another room. So when he went to another room, there was another person in that room. He's screaming, So he said, what happened to this man? He said, this is the man who got married to Shabnam. So both ended up in the mental hospital. So the heart is for Allah Ta'ala. We don't give our heart to anyone else. Yes, a person, we are committed. You have love for your wife, 100%. You have love for your children, 100%. You have love for your car and your business, 100% in order. But the love of Allah Ta'ala must be 51%. And your love for everything else in dunya, that must be 49%. If it is 49% here and 51% for Allah Ta'ala, you are safe. But the moment the love for dunya, whether it is your wife, your children, your wealth, everything else, if that has to become 51%, now a person is in danger. I just finished on this, that there was an article in the Arab news. So in the Arab news, the heading of the article is stated, email from the grave. Now, person in dunya you get email, but imagine an email coming from the grave. So the article stated there was an Arab person. This Arab person, one day he was browsing the internet. That is why the internet is very, very dangerous. If a person doesn't know, he can do a lot of good work with the internet. You can reach the world via internet, WhatsApp. So much of good work can be done. But if a person just goes off the track a little bit, he just becomes negligent a little bit, a person can be destroyed through the WhatsApp, through the internet, all this. How many families have broken through the internet, through the WhatsApp, all this. So he was browsing. As he was browsing, he came to a porn site. Allah Ta'ala save us. So he decided to click. When he clicked, now they said that we need your banking details. So he put in his banking details, and then whatever he wanted to watch, it all came up onto the screen. After some time, he met with about 20-30 friends. These 20-30 friends that he was sitting with, he discussed with them. He said, I was on the website, on the internet, and I reached this porn site. I paid money and I opened up, and this is what I saw. So they said, okay, we also want to go and have a look at it. So he said, no, there's no need for you to go and pay money and waste money. What I saw over there, I'll just forward it to all of you. And he subscribed to it. So regularly he was now getting content. So he said, you also watch the same thing. So they all agreed, and he then started forwarding it to the 20-30 people. Allah Ta'ala made it, Allah save us, Allah save us. 6 months later, he passed away. After he passed away, the content that he was receiving and was being forwarded to all these people, it still continued. It continued going to the rest of them. So these people, they got a bit worried. They said, this man is now gone. And he started this evil, so let us put a stop to it. So they phoned the company from where it was coming. And they told him, you know what, this person has passed away, we want to end this. So they said, what's the password? We need the password. If you can give us the password, we will stop the subscription. If you can't give us the password, you're going to continue receiving. So they didn't know the password. So he's in the qabr, but now they are continuously receiving all that filth and all that dirt. Now if a person starts, the hadith of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam comes, Man sanna fil Islami sunnatan hasanatan, that a person, he starts a good act in Islam, falahu ajruha wa ajru man amila biha, then he'll get the thawab and the reward of it, and whoever makes amal on it, they'll also get the thawab and the reward of it. And on the contrary, وَمَنْ سَنَّ فِي الْإِسْلَامِ سُنَّةً سَيِّئَةً, whoever starts an evil practice in Islam, فَلَهُ وِزْرُهَا وَوِزْرُ مَنْ عَمِلَ بِهَا, the man that started it, he gets the guna, and whoever acts upon it thereafter, he's getting the guna. So here a man is gone into the qabr, people are still doing the wrong that he has started. What is the position of that person? So in Ramadan also, a person should be very, very particular. The roza that we are keeping with so much of sacrifice. We wake up in the early hours of the morning, iftar in the evening, and it is not easy, it's a sacrifice. That's why the reward also is so great, Allah Ta'ala. So it is a sacrifice. But for a person to receive the reward, to get the spiritual benefit, there's roza, inshallah, when Allah gives us tawfiq, we'll discuss these subject matters. There's roza of the eyes also. There's roza of the tongue also. There's roza of the ears also. There's roza of the thoughts of a person. Sometimes a person is going to sleep where his mind is. He's sleeping here, his mind is running somewhere else. And there's roza of the stomach also. When all these fasts are in place 100%, now a person will get the perfect reward of the roza also, and the spiritual benefit of this as well. Allah Ta'ala give me tawfiq and all of us tawfiq, inshallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا مولانا محمد وبارك وسلم فاذكروني أذكركم أنا جليس من ذكرني दिल मेरा हो जाए मिदाने हो तुम ही तो और मेरे तन में बजाए आग वकील दर्द दिल हो दर्द दिल मेरे से बिल्कुल उठ जाए नजर तुम ही तो आए नजर देखो जिधर ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मदुर रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह 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 मुहम्मदुर रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम। इलाही दिल में मेरे घर का शम न रहे, सिवाय तेरे किसी पर मेरी नजर न रहे, तो कर दे खबर सारी खबरों से मुझको, इलाही रहूं एक खबरदार तेरा। ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह 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 ला कोई मुझसे पूछे मैं क्या मांगता हूँ, मैं अपने खुदा से खुदा मांगता हूँ। वो हो जाए मेरा, मैं हो जाऊँ उसका, यही रात दिन में दुआ मांगता हूँ। अता कर दे वो मुझको अपनी मोहब्बत, मैं उसके सिवा कुछ और नहीं मांगता हूँ। है नाराज़गी जिसकी दोज़ख से भरकर, उसी ज़ात की बस रिदा मांगता हूँ। असल मुझे दुनिया की ख्वाहिश नहीं, मैं बख्शिश बरोज़े जज़ा मांगता हूँ। ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, 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 ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह। मुहम्मदुर रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम। अल्लाह अल्लाह कैसा प्यारा नाम है, आशिकों का मीना और जाम है। अल्लाह जल्ल जलालुहु तआला शअनुहु। अल्लाह 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 नीचे शिरीन असतना, शीर व शक्कर में शवद जानम तमाम। अल्लाह 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 अल्लाह। अपने मिलने का पता कोई निशा, तू बता दे मुझको ए रब्बे जहां। अल्लाह 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 اللهم لك الحمد كله ولك الشكر كله ولك الملك كله واليك يرجع الامر كله. اللهم لا نحصي ثناء عليك انت كما اثنيت على نفسك. اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد كلما ذكره الذاكرون وكلما غفل عن ذكره الغافلون. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا انك انت السميع العليم، وتب علينا يا مولانا انك انت التواب الرحيم. اللهم انا نسالك حبك وحب من يحبك والعمل الذي يبلغنا حبك. اللهم اجعل حبك احب الينا من انفسنا واهلنا ومن المال البارد. اللهم ارزقنا حبك وحب رسولك صلى الله عليه وسلم. جزا الله عنا محمدا صلى الله عليه وسلم بما هو اهله. سبحان ربك رب العزه عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين.